Welcome. Today we're going to share with you how to become a luxury influencer by publishing a book. Hello, my name is Marie Diamond. I'm a master teacher and star in the bestseller and global phenomenon The Secret. And I am here with
Lily Patrascu, and I'm a book publisher and personal branding strategist. And I create books that transform the world.
So today we want to share with you how you really, by publishing a book, can enhance your influence. But the way you have to do it is something we want to share with you. So Lily, why don't you start?
To become a luxury influencer, first, one important step is to publish a book that transforms the world, and it elevates your brand in a way that you are seen as the authority in your field, and you are seen as the thought leader and someone who has important information to share that people desire to find out. You need to provide a solution for people based on what they really desire, and it can't be just something that you know a lot about. It has to be something people really want to know the answer for.
I have published several books in my life, and I have been part of amazing compilations books like The Secret. And one of the things I have found out that it's very important if you're in a compilation book that you are in one with a luxury influencing brand, but also that if you are just starting, look for somebody that can give you a foreword or an endorsement that is himself or herself a luxury brand.
Another thing that's important is to create a luxury book cover, because if you look like a second-hand Volkswagen, you are going to be treated like one, and you will be asked for a discount. And of course, as successful entrepreneurs, we never want to give a discount. We always want to be seen as worth it.
So we have a few of our books here present that we published together through the Marie Diamond Publishing Company, and we always make sure it is glossy, it is beautiful colors, it stands out so that people take the book in their hands and they really feel they got a luxury gift. So it's not just a watch that everybody would wear, but it's like a luxury watch. So it's the same with a book. It's like you need to really stand out with your colors, your presentation, and that is what helps people. And like I said, adding the endorsement or a foreword. And I have written for thousands of people forewords and endorsements, because I know it started for me also that I was part of The Secret and I was a total unknown in America and in the world at that time. But just by being present with influencing brands like Jack Canfield from the Chicken Soup for the Soul and Bob Proctor and John Gray that already had sold millions of books, it elevated my brand to a next level just by being present in the energy of these luxury brands.
When you become a luxury influencer, it's important also to have the right messaging, because when you have a messaging that is clear, simple, easy to understand, and it sounds really good for your desired target market, then your tribe is going to be attracted to that, and they will come to you. Now, when you are part of a collaborative book, for example, with Marie Diamond and with myself, or with another luxury brand, what happens is that you elevate your brand, and the title of that book must be a title that is exciting, and at the same time, it works a lot if the title is about contributing to society, about contributing to the world, and about being a global conscious entrepreneur. And when you have that messaging where you are sharing that you are a heart-centered entrepreneur, and people can really, they feel attracted to that message. And you also need to have, for example, a chapter. The chapter title that you have needs to also be exciting and shiny and fun, and also express this idea that you are a global conscious entrepreneur.
And I think also very important is the bio that you are creating, because we all are always underestimating ourselves. But this is one of the things I had to learn to share my true value in my bio. And that is something I would like Lily to speak to, because that is something she even helped me, that was already even super well known in the world of self-development, to really make sure that my brand was expressed in my bio.
I think it's quite easy as entrepreneurs to pretend that you can say the elephant, as in every experience that we have is a lot smaller than it really is. And if you think about it, if you, let's say, are coaching 20 people every day, you don't think about that. You're just thinking, oh, I coached 20 people. But if you think about it, if those 20 people add up to the 20 people you coached yesterday, over the course of a year, you have this many thousands of people. And over the course of 10 years, 30 years, you have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that you have coached. And then that's when you realize really the impact you have created is a lot bigger than you ever thought. And that's why you need to mention every time you write your bio and every time you introduce yourself, don't reduce what you have actually done in people's eyes. Magnify it. Show the realistic number that you have coached. Because when you introduce yourself properly, by showing exactly what you have done, a cumulative number of people that you have coached and helped and mentored, and maybe also count how many people you've spoken in front of over the last year, over the last 30 years, and you'll discover that instead of it being just 20 people that you've coached today, it's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and that's when your perception of yourself, your own confidence will shine through, because you'll realize, wow, I'm absolutely incredible.
So one of the things that I remember having this conversation, because you have this wonderful biography generator when we work together, it will be very interesting to go through that. And you were asking me questions. I was like, oh, yes, I've worked with this company, and I've generated for all of them so much impact, if that was in dollar sign or if that was in people. And you are not even aware of it, because you just keep going on with the work and your contribution. To be a luxury influencing brand, you need to show people, impact. If it's in numbers of money that you have generated, if it's in people that you have contributed to, it's like you show your magnificence. Yeah. So that is when you show your magnificence, you become a magnifying brand. And being from the place I am, from Belgium, we always think a little bit smaller about ourselves, and I had to really learn that through the years, that I need to really be able to say what I already have accomplished. And so that makes people understand what an amazing human being you are, what an amazing contribution to the world you are, and that makes it a luxury frequency.
Another thing that's important is that your book needs to be almost like a lead magnet towards something bigger that you have. And that's something bigger that you do have. For example, an online course or a workshop or something, they have to be on a website. And that's why you really need to have a luxury influencer website. And on this website, you should ideally have your books, your products, your online courses, and they need to look great, because if they look like they are again like a secondhand Volkswagen, people will be unwilling to pay for that. Although you may have the most incredible knowledge and experience and skills, everything has to be packaged in a luxury way so people can see the value.
Well, think about luxury brands is that they are persistent in the brand that they have. It will be their message and their brand colors will be persistent in their social media, in their online packages, in the books, also in the way they are dressed. So Lily has her branding colors on, I have my branding colors on. So because we are always bringing that forward, you become constantly that brand that you are. And one of the tips I want to give you as a world-renowned feng shui master, that's also the space where you work, where you contribute, if that's online or in person, needs to be infused by that same energy of beauty, of strength, of magnificence. And so that's why I also use feng shui. And so I would suggest you to get the free Mary Diamond app, where on the app you will actually have to put in your profile. That's your birthday, and that is also your birth gender. And this is something we teach to all our contributors and co-authors and the people we work with, is that once you have that, you will get an energy number. Now we have the same number, so that's easy for us to work with, and you always have a success direction. And then when you look at the compass, you will get a diamond compass, and you have a success direction. From the moment you're born and the moment you pass on, you have the same success direction. And for me, it's southwest, and for Lily, it is southwest. So make sure that the southwest area of the space that you are working in, if that's your number, but for you it could be north or east or southeast or something else, is totally representing that luxury influence. That means that you need to declutter it, yeah, and then you can put in your certificates, the books, your products, perhaps pictures with other luxury influencers that you have, yeah. So everything has to, I would say, breed that energy. And perhaps you don't have the book yet, perhaps you don't have the people yet in your life, but then you can literally fake it till you make it. I have done that myself. I got a book from a very luxury influencer, and I put a fake cover on it with my first book, and that led me ultimately to being in The Secret, who is, I would say, one of the biggest luxury influencing brands in the self-help world. So I even took pictures of people, I printed them out, faked like that we were together in the picture, and put it in my success direction. So sometimes it's faking it till you're making it.
Coming back to this idea of what you just said, I think that, let's say, if you're not in this space where you can afford to pay, hundreds of thousands to create this luxury brand, what can you do? I think in the process, you need to be very clear about what you really desire, and then to hang out in these luxury places. For example, if you go to the Ritz, it's free to go to the Ritz. Okay, you will need to at least buy a coffee or something to drink there, but I think it's a good idea to hang out in these places that are luxury places that give you that vibe of and flow and abundance and that feeling, and then you kind of bring that home, right? Like, I'm not sure if you've ever been in that situation where you visited a really exciting hotel, like a 5-star hotel. Even I was going to these places where I couldn't afford maybe to pay £50 for a meal and so on, but I would still go in the hallway, or I would go and just grab a coffee, because you feel that energy and the success and the abundance, and you bring that with you, and with time you get more inspired. And as a luxury influencer, you have to be inspired and motivated, and to see for yourself a very clear picture that one day you could have this impact, where you impact, for example, 100 million people, or 10,000 people. You need to have that clarity, because it's that clarity and that flow that brings you to having that impact and to looking really awesome. You are guided in a way by the universe to take the right steps to get there.
Well, I have to admit, this is one of the things I did when I went to LA. I went to the Beverly Hills Hotel, and I literally was sitting in the lobby with my own bottle of water, because that was all I could afford at that time. And I was just sitting there, just being present and allowing myself to adjust to that luxury brand and the energy and the people that were walking in and living there. And a year later, I was actually invited to stay in that same hotel. And from that moment on, I attract a lot of Beverly Hills clients still till today. So it is sometimes just being present and accepting that you can be the best in presenting your message, and the best way is to have a book, to have it as a gift card, almost like you can show, like, this is like something physical, because sometimes we can have great online programs, but a book is still an amazing business card, but it's a luxury business card you can give and share to others. And people love if you write a personal message in that book when you're giving it. And so it's something I have experienced all my my career that sharing a book and writing a personal message touches people so deeply, and even me that has done this for hundreds of thousands of people, when I receive a book from somebody and they send me all the time books up, but if they have done a personal message, it becomes more precious.
It becomes almost like a wow factor for everybody that you meet. And what I find is that when you have this book that looks like a luxury brand and you start getting these incredible opportunities, speaking opportunities, collaborations with celebrities, influencers want to invite you to speak at their event, and that's how I met you as well.
Yeah.
And now we have this incredible opportunity for ordinary entrepreneurs to collaborate and to be part of this book program that you created, Global Conscious Entrepreneurs. And through that, you watching, you can have this opportunity to be part of this amazing book, Global Conscious Entrepreneurs, the next series. And in it, you will discover that you can have that stepping stone to becoming a luxury influencer, because we will choose the title. The title has already been chosen, Global Conscious Entrepreneurs. And we will help you with your title and with the messaging inside the book, and we will create a really incredible cover. And there's so much that is being done for you so you can start being on that stepping stone towards becoming a luxury influencer, including some social media posts, and you'll be featured on the website where the book is going to be. You'll be featured at a speaker conference as well alongside Marie. Now, this is the kind of thing that's like a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get that.
Yes, because I started in this compilation book, The Secret, and now I want to pass that opportunity on to be part of a luxury branding book. And so we also together give you a lot of information on media, on PR, and we are not just making sure you are in a luxury influencing book, but you also are part of the TV series, the conference, the podcast series, because it is so important that your voice is heard and that your message is spread. And we are here to support you with that.
So to sum up, your brand represents something. And for us, Global Conscious Entrepreneurs is all about energy, movement, power, influence, and consciousness. It's about creating a movement for conscious entrepreneurs that are transforming the world. And you can be a part of that. If you would like to become a guaranteed best-selling co-author in the next book with Marie Diamond, star from The Secret, and CEO of Marie Diamond Publishing, and Lily Patrascu, book publisher and CEO of Brand for Speakers, all you have to do is register here at www.mariediamond.com/book program.